Thursday, and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri. We got Danielle behind the Mac. And to my right, your left, we've got America's tight end himself, Senor Corn, Jalin Conyers.
That was a new one I have not heard yet.
Yeah, Senor Corn.
Senior Corn.
There you go, man. Let's put that on a t-shirt. Come on now. I'll sport that. Absolutely. Look, it is a bye week, but that doesn't mean that we're not talking Arizona State football. Jalin, obviously, we're going to get into a lot. Everything kind of in terms of what happened last week, how you feel halfway through the season, and then kind of where you feel like the team can go up to this point. But I am curious, before we get into anything as it relates to football, just how you've kind of spent the bye week so far.
A lot of it, obviously got practice still, kind of just going through, obviously I have a big game next week in Washington. They're playing Oregon this week, so kind of just some prep on them for the practice. And then Coach Dillingham obviously being gracious enough to give us this Thursday off all the way till Sunday to kind of let, especially the vets, recover their bodies and be ready to go. So, we're all healthy going into the next week. So, but yeah, just been a lot of chilling, a lot of, watching a lot of football, watching a lot of film, stuff like that, just hanging out with friends and, enjoying the time off.
And yesterday was not about football at all. Yesterday, you're at the D-backs game.
Yes, I was at the D-backs game. Craziest baseball game I've ever been to in my life. But it was so cool. Literally, I think that was definitely the most packed I've ever seen stadium. It was electric. There were freaking 4 home runs in a row in the third inning. Yeah. Gabriel Moreno hit one. They called it foul, and then hit another one right after. It was probably I can't say that. I was going to say something. I was going to say something.
Already we're doing
no,
it, dude. Already?
I was going to say, that's BDE, bro. That was the most BDE moment I've ever seen. Imagine, hitting a home run foul and, all right, bet.
Next pitch, too. That's
over.
Cold. That's one of the coldest things that I think I've seen in sports. That whole third inning where it was just homer after homer after homer and then foul, and you're like, okay, chill out. And then he hits a homer again. What would the football equivalent? Would that just be it's not 4 touchdowns, because it's literally you have to give him the ball back. It'd literally be touchdown, pick six. Would it have to be?
I think so. Either that or it'd have to be a touchdown, onside kick recovery, touchdown, bomb again, another onside kick. That's the closest thing I could think to. We were talking about the day. It was would you rather have a 4 touchdown game or hit 4 home runs in a game? And I was dude, 4 homers.
4 home runs for sure.
Dude, if you go to a pitcher and be bro, I took 4, 500 on you. Yeah. No, I'd rather hit 4 homers.
What do you think's harder? You think hitting the home runs harder than scoring touchdowns?
For sure. Yeah. No, for sure.
We've had this conversation before.
I think if you gave me 10 at bats with 10 legitimate at bats, 3 balls, 2 strikes against an MLB pitcher, I think I can make contact once. I'm not saying
your level of confidence is ridiculous.
I'm not saying it's gonna be a hit, but I'll make contact with the ball once.
On a 95-mile, we're talking a legit pitcher. Zach Gallen's on the mound,
bro. That starter,
and you're making contact.
That starter for the Dodgers, if he pitches at me, I might home run.
Lance Lynn?
He was really dude, how do you, no
Jalin Conyers says he wants to see Lance Lynn on the mound.
Bro, no offense, but how do you 4 homers in a row? And Diamondbacks are great. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's good on the team, but bro, come on.
That was tough.
4 in a row. At what point, do you, first of all, why are you not taking him out after the second one?
Yeah, after the second one, you got to take him.
After you give up 2, you should be out of the game.
Especially with where the series was at.
Yeah, you're down 2-0.
Yeah.
You got it, no.
On the road, absolutely, you have to make some sort of adjustment. They didn't. Obviously, Christian Walker gets the third, and then Gabby puts him to sleep.
Yeah, Ketel Martes was
tough,
that was the most pimped one.
That was tough. He knew the moment.
Dude, it was crazy. That was a no doubter. Christian Walker's was close. I couldn't really tell, but Ketel Martes he probably hit it 450.
God,
it was crazy.
That's some exciting stuff, dude.
Gabby's. I've been going to games since I was a tiny kid. Gabby's home run was the loudest I've ever heard Chase Field.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine, right? Obviously the foul ball, the circumstances of everything, and then, like you said, he just pimps it on the very next pitch. That's That's baller energy right there.
I knew it was over too. I was like, dude, there's no way you lose after hitting 4 in a row. There's no way.
No, I can't even imagine at all. But let's go ahead and get into ASU football here for a second. Obviously, last week, you guys in the fourth quarter, that last minute, things kind of they didn't go your way. You guys score the touchdown, Trenton to Troy, and then defensively, Shador goes down the field and they do what they do. We'll get into that, but I'm just curious. I know there were a lot of eyes on that game, and they were kind of curious as to why you weren't out there as much as you normally are. So just like, what was that situation, and is that like kind of corrected moving forward, or I guess like what's going on there?
Yeah, I ended up getting sick actually that Tuesday and Wednesday with food poisoning. Also, yeah, I don't know. Dude, Canes got me sick, bro.
Canes did, dude. We were just talking about Canes out there.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
I don't know. I'm definitely going back. But like, I think. Well, actually, let me not say it was Canes. I thought it was. Like, I don't know. I got really sick. I was out for those 2 days, so I missed practice. Going into Thursday, Friday, the game plan was to kind of put me out wide a little bit more and just play like a little bit more receiver and kind of just go from there. And I kind of, since I missed 2 days of practice, I just think that Coach Dillingham and the staff just kind of made the decision that they wanted to wait and see and make sure I was okay and like going to be fine. And at the end of the day, like I was obviously frustrated I didn't get to play more, but at the end of the day, like they, came to me afterwards and kind of told me the situation. There's a little bit of miscommunication, but, after that, after we got that figured out, we all sat down together and kind of talked about the game plan going forward and kind of about the game. And, at the end of the day, everything's all fine. We're all good. There's no problems. Like, obviously, a lot of people are kind of like questioning stuff, but nah, I'm still good. Like, you're going to see me not acting any different. So me and Coach Dillingham and all of us are still good and everything. So I'm about to burn down the riot Canes. No, don't do that because Canes is still fire. Because bro, I don't know if it was Canes. Like, I know I'm getting all stuff, but I really don't know because like that was the last thing I just remember eating, and I just remember waking up and just feeling like terrible. So maybe it wasn't Canes or it was, but
Kenny at combo, hold the slaw, get what, either extra toast or extra fries?
Extra toast. What?
Extra toast.
Yes,
okay, I get extra fries. Extra toast. I don't know if I could finish like the whole thing.
Dude, the toast, and you have to get it bobbed.
Bobbed.
Butter on both sides.
Oh shit. Okay. I don't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, and then then sweet tea, obviously.
I'm more of a lemonade guy, man. I'm just gonna grab the lemonade.
So you like
I don't
Arnold
like
Palmer
tea.
then?
I don't like tea though. No, I don't like tea.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, man.
Don't like tea?
I'm just not a big tea guy. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what's funny? I was talking to Scab about that too. He's like, I don't like tea either. Like, how do you not like it? Like, you drink all these vitamin water, sweet. If you taste sweet tea, never mind.
Nah.
But anyway, but yeah, no, everything's all good. Obviously I get to play as much as I want to, especially in that game and that setting. But it is what it is. We got 6 more games left, so I'm excited to be where I'm at. Going to be going in the last 6 games, so I'm excited.
That game got chippy though. Like that game, and then obviously stuff after that with Shador and the watch the student section, the clip with Shamari and the mouthpiece, the scat thing after the game.
That was funny.
Like what? Like when you were on like the sideline or when you checked into the game, was it that chippy while you were there, or was it like after the fact? You're like, damn, like this shit was happening like kind of all game.
No, it was definitely chippy the whole game. Yeah, that's probably one of the good things about me not playing a lot, because if they would have done something to me, it would have got ugly. But like,
you imagine just yanks your mouthpiece and tosses it.
Oh yeah, no, we would have beef. Not for real, but yeah, but I mean, kind of go. I went out. I remember going out for pregame. I remember all the guys coming back inside, and they're like, "Bro, Shadur's standing in our way." Da da da. And I was already like, "Oh boy, like this is already gonna be, what it is." But yeah, it wasn't as chippy at the beginning as I thought it was gonna be, but then obviously stuff escalated and kind of everything. But it's kind of like, I mean, that's college football at the end of the day. But like, obviously with Colorado, there's obviously a little extra motivation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember this mouthpiece snatch. That was a little crazy. And then I don't know. Sure gets protected a lot, and that's fine. Like, he's a good player. It's just like everyone acts like he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And he definitely does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I was having this conversation with Sean too. It was either Sean or Shane. There was when he like kept it. I think it was with Sean. He had what's it called? He scrambled, went up the middle, and JC tackled him. And then he got up.
He tried to run over him.
Yeah.
And he got like no yards. He stood over him.
But he stood up like he did something. I was just like,
oh, and then like every social media outlet posted that Shador Sanders trucked him, and I was like, he got no yards in play.
None of it makes really any sense.
It's okay. I've just learned that, like, dude, when it's Saturday, like, I mute every Colorado game except the podcast people. Yeah. But other than that,
even DNVR, you're like,
DNVR, like, I would listen to. Like, who DM'd me after the game?
RK, was it RK?
Might have been RK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All week long, he was talking about.
He told me if we won the game, he was gonna let me come on their podcast and just talk. But
you should have seen. We had some CU fans in our chat afterwards, and they were just rightfully so because I've been talking mess in support of you guys, and obviously that game was Shane and Sean called it my Super Bowl because of the way that I feel about Dion and Shador and all that. So I had to take it on the chin. Yeah. But obviously moving forward, 6 games left. 6 games have been played. Before we get into kind of what's next, Washington, Oregon, all that stuff, how would you evaluate kind of the first 6 games for you, and then I guess for the whole team, really?
I mean, shoot, obviously it's been very rough. I think the one thing that we can look at and kind of like, if everyone kind of takes a step back, look at it. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, right, we want to win. We think we can win right now, all that. We're still a new team. We're still having a whole new coaching staff we're trying to get used to. We still have a whole new offensive concept, whole new defensive concept, still trying to learn. We're halfway through the season now. We're finally starting picking up. And if you notice, from game 1 to game 6, it's been drastically different of how close we are in games and how much better we play, in my personal opinion. So, it's just one of those things where it comes with time. And, it's our first year, so we're kind of just trying to make it work right now and get used to it. This bye week came at a really good time midway through the season, kind of look back and kind of evaluate where we're at. Offensively, we're finally starting to click a little bit. Trenton's obviously started the last couple games, so I think he's finally starting to get in a rhythm. And guys offensively, starting to get going. I mean, obviously I'm looking to get going. I mean, kind of hopefully get a little bit of a repeat of what happened last year, kind of in the back half of the season, get started. And I mean, we got like you said, we have a lot of games. We have 6 more games against 6 really good teams.
Yeah.
5 of the 6 are ranked.
5 of the 6 are ranked. 2 are in the top 10.
Yeah, 5 of 6 are ranked. 2 of the top 10. So we have a really big opportunity in front of us to try to take advantage of what we can do. I mean, obviously, ASU is usually known for beating that one team that they're not supposed to and kind of ruining the season. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're just taking it as 1 week seasons right now. But kind of going to this bye week, a lot of people thought we kind of be down or this and that, but we're actually kind of excited where we're at right now and what we can do the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's one thing that, and again, Sean and I have kind of had that conversation before of just like that's something that's noticeably different from this year's squad to last year's squad. Not to say that it felt like last year's squad gave up at a certain point, but it felt like when the first coaching staff was kind of going through everything, and obviously that loss to Eastern Michigan or whoever it was, like the vibes were so low, I felt like, versus where you're at now. And even like when Iguana was out there, it's like it truly does feel like it's 1 week, win or loss, whatever you learn from it, you move on. And I think Kenny's talked about it too, right? Where it what sucks about being 1-5 and looking at the 1-5 is that it doesn't tell the full story of a lot of these games. It doesn't tell the story of the injuries that you guys are going through. Man. It doesn't tell the story of the quarterback situation. It doesn't tell the story that like you're getting better each and every week. Like you're literally winning the most important categories in a lot of these games, but just like finding a way to go win, right? Like everything was in your favor to go out and literally the growth that you can literally see from that Cal game to the Colorado game, because you're in the same exact situation, right? At the end of the Cal game, you have a chance to go down the field, go 99 yards, and put the game to bed. Doesn't happen. Very next game, you're in the same situation.
You go score. Yeah.
You go score. Then defensively, what happens? Like it's the little things that carry over. Now the flip side of that is, like you said, it doesn't get easier. You don't got Cal, you don't got Colorado, you got Washington, you got Oregon, you got Washington State, you got UCLA, you got Utah. Like these are teams that aren't just competing in the pack, they're competing on a national scale.
Exactly.
Like, what do you think a win over a team like Washington or Oregon would do just in terms of like the locker room? Or is it kind of like what we talked about, like you can never get too high, you can never get too low?
I think it's that, but I think it's also like it just brings so much confidence in the football team, and you're able to go out and get a big win like that. I mean, if we go out and win one of these games, like obviously, for one, the fan base, it kind of shows you like, okay, like maybe we're not where we want to be yet, but like we're kind of in a spot where we can make this happen. So, I think that's one of the biggest things, that's just like we're going to go out there and play as hard as we can each and every week. I mean, in the Colorado game, we're 50 seconds away from going to overtime. Yeah. Obviously sold out crowd, super, super excited in there. So, and I think we have some big, like you said, big games. I mean, Washington State coming here, right?
I believe so.
Washington State coming here, Oregon coming here, U of A coming here, and then obviously going to Utah, who I've everybody on the team is kind of like we owe that one back, from the past couple of years. So, it's just one of those things, where, I mean, I don't think you can get too high or too low, but we definitely have a goal of where we want to go in this and we want to get some confidence. And I feel like winning a couple of those games or winning even one of them is going to bring a lot of confidence to the football team.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are on the road against Washington just for the second time this season, which is absolutely crazy. Back home against Washington State. Then you're on the road to Salt Lake. You got Utah. On the road, back-to-back weeks there. You got UCLA. Then, like I said, it doesn't get any easier. You're home against Oregon, and then obviously home to close out the season against the Wildcats.
And all those teams are inside the top 20, not even top 25, top 20 teams in the country.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy to think that this is
the last year of the Pac.
The last year in the Pac.
The best year the Pac's ever had, probably, in terms of the whole scheme, and it's gone after this year.
Look, there is one thing that I do want to bring up. Just in terms of it being the final year in the Pac. I'll get to that in a second, but first I want to tell you guys a little bit about our friends over at FOCO. If you notice in this lovely studio, just about all the decorations that we have, including that awesome straw D-backs hat back there, is all thanks to FOCO. Guys, we got corn putting on the D-backs hat. Hey, did you know the Arizona Diamondbacks are a wagon?
A wagon.
They are an absolute
effing wagon.
Guys, they've got the best officially licensed gear for all sports and fandoms. They've got Aloha shirts, straw hats, polos, bags, everything you need and more for the big game. FOCO always has our back for Arizona sports, and they have yours too. Get the best gear around by visiting www.foco.com and using code PHNX for all non-presale items. Use the promo code PHNX for 10% off. I feel like we need to get like
I would love a
corn bobblehead. Yeah, absolutely.
I would love a corn bobblehead.
And in the front half, it is an ASU jersey. On the back, it's like a PHNX jersey or something like that. Tough. Yeah. Also, you kind of look like a Mortal Kombat character.
Dude, I've been playing Mortal Kombat 1. That game is so fun.
Yeah, no, what's the guy with the straw hat? What's his name?
Raiden.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's absolutely.
There's Raiden. There's, I don't know. I'm not like a Mortal Kombat nerd, but there's Raiden.
Not yet.
No, not yet. It's fun though. That's the most gruesome video game I've ever seen.
It's crazy.
Bro,
it's
like
crazy.
Ripping the bodies in half.
Yeah,
crazy.
They don't hold anything back at all. Look, we talked a little bit about the Arizona Diamondbacks game. It was an absolute, just amazing game. If you were there, I am super jealous of you. I was out here watching in the studio with Derek and Damon and all the guys, and it was a lot of fun. So right before the post-game show, we needed to kind of level out. We needed to get from level 10 back to about level 5, level 6 to actually put together a post-game show. And what helped us get to that point was Wink. It's a seltzer with just like a wink of THC. Like not that much at all. And it's definitely going to do the trick for you guys. If you're having a stressful day, if you just want to take the edge off, Wink is definitely the drink for you. They also, if you want to take it a step further, they've got these lovely sister products called Countdowns, and those are 25 milligrams. So definitely pack a punch. They are available in either 2.5 milligram or 5 milligram cans. You can find Wink right here in Arizona. Look for Wink at all Sunday Goods dispensaries in the Valley and Botanica dispensary in Tucson. You can also save money online by going to drinkwink.com and use that promo code PHNX for 20% off. Donald in the chat, their post-game show was epic. Needed that energy, injected it in my veins. Yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. Again, and I was talking with Derek and Leah this morning. I was like, you know what, that third inning when I was watching it and just homer after homer and seeing how excited everybody was, I was like, dude, you know how pumped it would be for like something like this to happen for ASU? Like you guys in college football playoff or something like that.
Man, that would be insane.
Like that or basketball, like next year in the Final Four.
Basketball, yeah. I'm super excited for our basketball team this year. I watched a couple of media day things, and I believe.
And Final Four's here, dog.
I know. How crazy.
Can you imagine?
Dude, this whole.
Can you imagine?
It'd be like, bro, like how the Super Bowl, the Cardinals Super Bowl, man.
That would be absolutely incredible if ASU basketball managed to get to the Final Four here in the Valley. That would set the city on fire. But in terms of the Pac-12, we talked a little bit about it, right? This is the last year of the Pac-12, at least as it is right now. The craziest part about this whole thing is like, and we were talking about U of A the other day too, of like they're 3-3, right? And you look at their losses, and like they've got a loss to an SEC team on the road. They were never going to win that game. They lost to Washington by 7. They lost to SC in like triple overtime. And so like they're a middle of the pack program, right? But like middle of the pack this year is like you're you're playing behind the 8 ball because all of these other teams are so good.
Literally.
Like Oregon, Washington State.
I mean, when you go down the list of just like the teams and the rankings, like you're going down, you're like, oh, number 4 team in the country, number 8 team in the country, number 12, number 15, 16, 18, 20. Like it's so crazy. And then you get to the bottom half, like obviously us and U of A and stuff, but it's just like, I mean, shoot, like, I mean, you got to realize who you're playing kind of, you know, when it's just one of those situations where you just kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. So, but no, I mean, shoot, the Pac's done a great job. I mean, obviously, you know, playing everybody, you know, when you're in your Pac scene stuff, but obviously at the end of the day, it's back to Pac, you know, when the season's over and, you know, one of the team makes a playoff and stuff. So, yeah, it's been crazy. You know, it's crazy to look at our schedule and look how many ranked teams we played. I mean, going from, shoot, Southern Utah wasn't, obviously not, but I mean, even Fresno was ranked till this week, I think. They just lost to Wyoming. Oklahoma State is always a decent team. And then ever since then, we've really almost played a ranked opponent. Colorado was ranked at one point.
Yep.
Cal was really the only one that wasn't ranked at any point.
And Cal's been fighting with some of these ranked teams.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously got the USC. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how the season's gone. I mean, when you look at the whole Pac schedule, I mean, every team really except 1 or 2 teams is not ranked. So definitely a crazy season for the Pac, and you know, definitely going to be something that's missed after, or look back to this year, probably since it was the last year, probably the best year. And
I think when you talk about this game or this week, you look at obviously the game of the week in college football is Oregon and Washington. Michael Penix Jr. and their offense versus Oregon and their offense. I literally think it's 1 and 2 in terms of like FBS total stats. Like, this is the awesome thing, I think, for you guys, and I don't know if you guys think this or not, but like when you get to face a team in Washington after they have a game like this against Oregon, whether they win, whether they lose, regardless, it's almost like they're putting all of their mental energy into that game. So it's got to be, again, in my mind, somebody that's not a Division I athlete or coach, where it's like, okay, they're going to be in a dogfight for 60 minutes, maybe more, against Oregon. You guys are coming off a bye week next week, and you get a full 2 weeks of preparation. Like, I feel like if you're looking at a specific game to have that, you know, once a year ASU upset, that Washington game, especially if they win, right? Because they're going to be riding high. We know that Trenton's the last guy to take down Penix.
Aren't we the last
Washington.
team to beat
the last team to beat Washington? And imagine a full year later, and do it again. Like, that would be awesome, man.
Yeah, and I mean, the way I think about it is like, I mean, when you look at, I mean, and I just in this, my brain, like going into this game, if I was on one of those 2 teams, like whoever loses this game, your playoff chances are really gone.
Unless you win the conference.
Yeah. So like, you would have to like, if you lose this game, you literally have to win out and then win the conference championship. Yeah. So it's one of those, and like, you got to, while it's just these 2 teams, you can't forget that USC's still in the hunt. You know, as much as sometimes they are hit or miss on whatever. I mean, you still have Caleb Williams back there. I mean, you got 3 Pac-12 quarterbacks in the Heisman running.
That really should be 1, 2, 3 Heisman.
Yeah, honestly, like I agree with that, and it's crazy. I mean, you got to think like going into this game, they're going to put all their marbles in against each other, and then next week you got to realize like the plan, or obviously what our job is going to do, is you're going into a dogfight, 60 minutes, a physical game. It's gonna be a long game. It's probably gonna be cold. You're probably gonna be beat up, and then the next week you got to go play an ACU team that's hungry, that is willing to fight, that is willing to do whatever it's going to take to win. So, yeah, obviously it's nice to be able to, and especially for us to sit back and kind of watch what their game plan is going against Oregon and stuff. So, yeah, I definitely think it's one of those, you know, kind of going into the week, if you're an ASU fan, you're kind of like, oh, this could be the week. Yeah. So, and even for us too, you know, obviously we look at, you know, going into every game, we could win every single game on our schedule. But it's one of those things where, like, even we know, like, hey, they're about to go into a dogfight with Oregon. Whoever comes out on top, you know, we have them next week.
They're going to be on top of the world.
Yeah, they're going to be on top of the world. Then you got to come back and play a team. In their eyes, they might be like, oh, it's just ASU.
Exactly.
It's just like, you know, kind of how every team 1 year does against ASU. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of funny. I mean, 2019, was it 2019? 2019, we beat Oregon to knock them out of the playoff.
Yeah, I think so. That was the Herbert year.
Yeah, knocked them out of the playoff picture. 2022 knocked Washington out. So now, you know, probably a chance to possibly do both again. So it's definitely setting up to kind of bring up some history. So it's kind of definitely cool and definitely a cool opportunity.
Yeah, I think the most important thing, at least from the outside looking in, for this bye week is getting healthy.
Man.
Because the offensive line, I think more so than any of the position groups, has just been absolutely gutted with injuries. Obviously, the quarterback situation, Drew, Jaden, all that stuff. The wide receivers, I feel like have kind of gotten out of it, knock on wood, without really having to deal with anything. But the secondary, I know JC was dealing with some stuff. Yeah. Scat, like
literally, like you're saying it, like the linemen all were hurt. A lot of the receivers, good for them. They're okay, feeling good. I mean, shoot, even the tight end room. I mean, me and Bryce were pretty beat up the last couple weeks. I mean, I was out against Oklahoma State, and I've been dealing with stuff, and then Bryce was dealing with stuff as well. So, you know, and then like you said, JC's hurt, Shamari playing with a messed up elbow. You know, I mean, it's just we were beat up. We're just fighting through it right now. Like we usually in practice, it's like good on good. We'll go 1-0 versus 1D, but we haven't even been able to do that since like week 1, just because it's like we're so beat up right now. We're just trying to keep everyone healthy. So I think that's a good thing about giving us 4 days to kind of recover and be with family and hang out, and just chill out a little bit, kind of get our bodies back going into that Monday. So
would you say like that? Like that's just it's been unlucky. Like that with the injuries?
Honestly. Yeah, it's not one of those things where like you look at injuries, you're like, oh, it's the way they train, the way they do this. Like it's serious. It's just been some unlucky hits, some unlucky falls, some unlucky injuries. I mean, when you look at it, like usually you can tell like, oh, if it's a pulled hamstring, if it's whatever, like you pulled something, you strained something, like that's different compared to you messed up your ankle, you have a messed up shoulder when the way you fell. You mess up your ankle, you break your ankle. I mean, shoot. I mean, it's just completely different. So, it's just been, man, talk about unlucky. I literally say every week, I'm just waiting for ASU, the football team, to catch a break. We need a break.
Seriously, man. Seriously.
Like, just catch a break, get lucky. I mean, and like you're talking, like, and we're talking about that too. Just not even just injuries. Like, we're last in turnover margin right now. And it's not like we're not trying to force turnovers, like our defense-wise. Like, they were playing great defense. We just have got unlucky.
They beat up on that Colorado.
Literally, like, we've just got unlucky with picks and fumbles and stuff. So, it's just, like I said, we are just waiting to catch a break. Because at some point, every team in the country catches a break. Like, I mean, whether you're a Georgia team that squeaks out a game by 2 points or whatever, like, you know, everyone has their moment. So, we're waiting on ours.
Yeah.
So.
Find a way to get it done. You know what I mean? Shane in the chat. Question for America's tight end, Jalin Conyers. What's your favorite smell?
My favorite smell? Oh, I don't know. Favorite smell?
Cane's is a pretty good one, not gonna lie.
Cane's is fire. Favorite smell? Oh, that's hard.
Dude, I'll say, I mean, there's just something about...
There's so many smells.
There's just something about being a kid, though, and waking up on, like, a Sunday. Dude, breakfast. The breakfast is being made. You got the bacon. You got the waffles. You got some fresh coffee.
That is an elite smell.
God. And football's on all day. Come on now.
That's a good smell.
That's tough. We drafted smells one time, Shane and I.
Really?
Yeah. I think I lost. I went through a real tough streak there. Barbecue was one. Fresh cut grass. Rain.
Dude, underrated smell. I know everyone's going to get on my ass for this. Bro, gasoline.
No, dude, we've been talking about this.
Dude, I don't know why, but I love the smell of gasoline. Like, it's like not like that I'll sit there and just sniff it for like an extended period of time, but when I get gas on
it. You sniff gas, Jalin?
No.
Nope. You didn't even know what you did, but you set me up perfectly, because this is the time where I'm going to tell everybody to head to their nearest Circle K. Aside from the great prices that they have on their gas, they've also got a new free membership program where you guys can save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups and get every 6 free on a selection of Circle K products, whether that be pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks. I talk every day about the deals that they have on Gatorades and on energy drinks, so definitely go check them out. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. Now, Jalin, I know you went to the Arizona Diamondbacks game last night. Any thoughts on going to the Arizona Diamondbacks NLCS game here in a couple?
Dude,
what is it?
Yes.
Next?
What?
I think they're back on the 20th is their first home game, right? Am I wrong? Could be wrong.
I think they're back on Wednesday.
Okay, because I know the first game's Monday.
Dude, I'm coming to see the wagon.
The wagon that is the Arizona.
No, top of my head. No, it's actually Thursday.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I'm Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
I just had this conversation with Jesse.
You can get tickets right now. Wow, some of the World Series tickets are crazy.
Whoa.
Wow. But NLCS tickets, you can go to game one regardless of who the Snakes end up playing. $84, $85, $83 right here. Game Time is the place to go get your tickets, whether that be for the Arizona Diamondbacks or maybe even going to check out an Arizona State football game, because they got 4 home games left, I believe. Game Time is definitely the spot for you guys. Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Jalin, I'm curious in terms of the first 6 weeks of the season and the last 6 weeks of the season, who in your mind, obviously outside of yourself, because I know where you are from a confidence perspective, who do you think has had maybe a slept on or really underrated first 6 weeks of the season?
Slept on or underrated? Obviously Scat's done an amazing job.
Yeah.
That's not really slept on. I mean, honestly, in like when you look at like from a big picture perspective, EK's had a good season. Like he's not he's not having the numbers that, and like this is no diss to him. He's not having the numbers that you would necessarily think like, oh yeah, he's doing all this and all that, but he's done so good in moments. Like obviously last game with 13 receptions, 134. I mean, big time touchdowns and big time moments. And obviously, like in my personal opinion, I think for how depleted our own line is, they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah. They had their best game of the season, I'd say that first half specifically against Colorado.
For having a little makeshift, kind of offensive line, for having to make it work, they've done a really good job in my personal opinion. Obviously, like the slept on part is the defense. I think the defense done an amazing job. Oh,
dude, Prince
Dorbra,
Prince for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and like because everyone obviously he deserves it. BJ Green has done an amazing job as well. I'm pretty sure he's like top.
He's third in the nation in terms of QB pressures.
QB pressures. But like Prince is killing it. Like Prince is, I mean, he leads
6 sacks.
Leads in sacks.
6 sacks in 6 games.
Man, like he's done an amazing job. He's done a really good job. I think Clayton Smith's also done a great job.
Yeah.
Our D line has been killing it. I mean, D line's been killing. Obviously, DB core is obviously doing a really good job. Trying to figure it out. And then obviously our linebacker group for guys that when Will left, kind of people wonder where we're at. I mean, Tate is obviously done a great job. Obviously, why am I blanking right now? Oh, Trey's obviously done a really good job, even though he was hurt last week. James DeJokum has done a great job filling in with Trey being hurt. So, I think our defense obviously deserves a lot of love because we wouldn't be in a lot of these games without our defense, just to be real. Offensively, obviously, we've been struggling for a little bit, but, we're finally starting to figure it out. But our defense has definitely kept us in games.
Got Shane in the chat with a little super sticker, $1.99. And it's funny because this is not what he typed. This is the description of the super sticker that he sent. So it's a baby lemon looking up to a lemon character standing in a superhero position. So I think Shane's the baby lemon looking at you. You're the superhero. Oh, here we go.
This
Shane.
baby lemon is for Shamar and Chris, who have 8 trillion tackles.
They have a hell of a lot of tackles. Too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, literally, like you said, like they tackle well. They play great defense. We're literally just waiting on it. Do we have an interception this year?
I don't think so. I think
That's crazy.
The one turnover is the fumble recovery that you guys had, I believe, right?
I think so.
There was one opportunity specifically last week where I think it was Tate who nearly had an interception.
Dove, yeah. Shamari knocked the ball out. Tate dove for it. Yeah, I do remember
close.
that.
And that's one of those things where and some of it's luck, some of it's again the scheme, the synergy, but you see the whole idea of this defense that was sold to fans and to that Kenny sold was chaos, pressure, simulated pressure.
Literally.
And that's exactly what they've done. They've gotten quarterbacks moving. They've gotten to Shador last week a ton of times. Like it really is one of those things that I feel like one interception, one sack
could literally
fumble,
change the game at this point.
and it will hopefully it's like opening the floodgates.
Man.
You know what I mean? Where it like boom, interception, sack, fumble. Like it's going to be one of those games. That's when you guys got that fumble against, what was it, SC? I think it was.
SC.
That was one of those things where I think
it
was a strip sack. On the ensuing kickoff, they fumbled, you guys recovered, and then it got ruled down. Then it got ruled that he was down.
Yeah, we get a stop.
It's one of those things where I'm like, you get one interception, the energy that does for the defense, like that's something that I think could absolutely change. And we talked about it a lot on this show, just in terms of who you guys have next, right? Michael Penix Jr., Washington, Bo Nix in Oregon down the stretch, possibly Cam
Guys
Rising
like those
in Utah.
throwing picks, like man, it's gonna be it changes the whole perspective.
And
of
giving you
football.
guys on offense more opportunities.
Yeah, and it puts you in a better spot in the field too. I mean, and like not to mention, like I don't know if this has only been noticed by me, and maybe I might be tripping, but I'm pretty sure every punter we've gone against this year has dropped dimes against us. Like, dude, like put us at the 5-10 yard line every time.
Yeah.
Like, But like, yeah, we're just waiting for, like I said, we're just waiting for our break moments where we get a pick and we're on our own. We're on their 30 and we have 4 plays to score a touchdown. And we just keep it going. So, obviously, and defense, not saying the defense hasn't done a great job. They've obviously done a great job. Got a lot of pressure, but it's just a matter of one of those turnovers can change the matter of a football game where it puts the offense on the field. So,
or go score a touchdown on defense. That'd be awesome,
man.
Start off the game with like a pick six, a free 7 on the board.
I know. And like, not to mention either, we haven't had a special teams touchdown either yet. Man.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, I don't know. I think EK is going to take one back before.
Dude, I'm not even going to lie. It is terrifying. So, and I know Shane can speak to this too. Shane hates it. Shane hates that EK is returning.
I do too. Because like, he's one hit away from
yeah, you do not.
Being messed up. But.
By no means do you. At least from a fan's perspective, I'm not going to ask you to comment on it. But like, I hate when the team's best 1 or 2 offensive players are the ones going out there and returning special teams kick. Like, I just don't. I'm like, please, just fair catch, take a knee, touchback, whatever. But then he's so damn electric. Like, he breaks a tackle or two, and you're like, he could go the length of the field.
If like NFL teams put like Christian McCaffrey or
like, can you imagine
Christian McCaffrey or like I don't even know who else. Like even like having
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson back there. Like you just are like, oh Lord, like you don't know what's gonna happen, but it could be a touchdown at any point. So, but then every time he doesn't score a touchdown, you're like, nah, get him out. Like we don't need him hurt. So, yeah, I definitely understand where you come from. Melquan keeps scaring me every week because he wants to jump over people.
Hey, that stiff arm though.
Yeah.
A stiff arm.
Oh yeah, that was
a stiff arm on shot.
Yeah.
We had somebody in the press box that was after Melquan stiff armed him in the dirt. Some dude in the press box who was clearly like a Colorado like student or something was like, "What the hell are you doing, Shiloh?" It was the funniest shit ever. Shane and Sean and I were laughing our asses off.
Did you see the post of the Colorado fan in the ASU student section? And he threw a nasty right hand.
He threw a haymaker, dude. He got him. He slept him. He threw
a nasty right hand and just slept one of the ASU fans, bro. It was like it was terrible to see for our guys, but it was so funny. I was crying.
That shit was personal.
It was awesome, bro.
That shit was personal.
It was so funny. Yeah, no, it was personal. Bro, Shador, man, dude, like plays hard, man. The flexing of the watch, I'm getting so tired of seeing.
Dude, the moment I saw it to the ASU student section, I went straight to the other studio that we have in our recorder short because that shit's corny, bro. At this point, it's corny. I don't like it anymore.
This is why, like, maybe it's just God telling me not to play because, like, if I would have gotten that game and scored,
your ass would have. Oh,
I don't know if I would have done that. I had plans though. I had the Keon Shuffle ready. I had the Shador ready.
Oh my god,
I had some
dude.
plans, but it's okay, man. It's okay.
That's tough. I just didn't. And again, I don't want you to have to comment on some of these things, but just like the going straight to the student section, I just didn't like. Just go.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Like, not to crap on our own team. Like, congratulations. You won. You got lucky on one play. You kicked the game-winning field goal and beat a 1-5 football team. Congratulations. Congratulations. Like, congratulations. Sorry.
Oh my god.
No disrespect to us. Like, obviously we know.
Yeah.
Like, we know how good we are and how close we should have won that game, but.
Can't do nothing about it now. About it now.
Come on, man.
I do want to ask you, you brought up some of the special team stuff, and we've seen some crazy stuff from Kenny and from Scat, so I want to ask you about that. But first, I want to tell everybody about Shady Rays. Guys, it is still pretty hot outside, and you're probably going to see ASU football be playing some more day games, so make sure you go get your Shady Rays. You can shop their entire collection at their brand new location, Kierland Commons, a full-stop shop for all things Shady Rays. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back. And exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code PHNX for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. That is 50% off, guys. Try for yourself. The Shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. Now, if you are wondering, how can I make some money so I can get some of these Shady Rays, guys? The easy answer is BetMGM. Go ahead and download the BetMGM Sportsbook app on iOS or Android, or visit BetMGM.com. Sign up with code PHNX. Sign up and deposit at least 10 bones into your newly created account. Place a wager in the amount of at least $10 at standard odds price, a qualifying bet. And once you've placed a qualifying bet, you guys are going to receive $200 in bonus bets regardless of the outcome of your wager. Sign up for BetMGM. Use that bonus code PHNX. And again, place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through BetMGM Sportsbook app of at least $10, and you guys are going to receive $200 instantly in additional winnings regardless of your wagers. Outcome Donald in the chat was talking about it. That parlay is still alive. D-backs money line cashed, and now we just wait for NFL Sunday. Check out the show notes for full details, and now listen to Shano talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
Ontario.
Bro, can we bring up that comment for a second?
Which comment?
I've never seen some more true shit in my life.
Which one?
This one. Sharon Spall.
Sharon. Okay, let's see what Sharon.
Where the did all those Colorado fans come from, bro? I'm looking in the stands and I'm like, bro, no way all these people traveled. And then I'm walking out after the game and these people are talking to Arizona State people and like they're like, oh yeah, we're from Arizona. Bruh. Get his waha out of your mouth.
Bro.
Like, bruh. Like, I'm not even trying to be crazy and say some foul stuff, but like, it blew my mind.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
I'm walking, like, I see people walking down the street, like, going to class in Dion shirts. I'm like, are we for real right now?
You're at Arizona State. Like, literally. Bro, the moment I parked, I'm not even kidding you. So we parked and we had.
There was a tailgate. There was a Buffs tailgate. Like, with a big-ass blow-up of a Buff. I was like, where the is this coming from?
The amount of people that I saw that day wearing the Prime sunglasses is ridiculous. There was literally from the moment I parked to walk over to Illegal Pete's, which was like a 5-minute walk, legit, I saw 10 people wearing Prime sunglasses.
Regular-ass sunglasses. Like, not even special. Go buy some Oakleys.
Go buy some Shady Rays, bro.
Oh, yeah, Shady
Go
Rays.
buy some Shady Rays.
Go buy some Shady Rays.
Look, we talked about the special teams thing. We talked just in terms of, you know, the first half of the season.
Hey. I'm a Cowboys fan. Leave them alone. Okay? Leave them alone.
Hey, it's crazy you're a Cowboys fan.
No, we're not talking about it. Listen, we're not talking about it. We got our ass whooped by the Cardinals, and we got our ass whooped by the 49ers. I don't want to hear it. We are in a dry patch right now. It's going to be okay.
All I'm saying is I'm a Chargers fan, and I'll see you Monday night. Jay Herbo.
No, we're beating the Chargers.
Jay Herbo.
Isn't his hand still messed up?
No, his hand's good, bro. His hand's all good. He had the bye week coming off. He's chilling.
Oh, okay.
He's chilling. He's ready to roll.
I lucky need to see who I'm starting in fantasy
Jay
tomorrow.
Herbo's.
Oh, crap. There's a game tonight.
Oh, yeah. Chiefs Broncos.
Oh, yep. Fantasy team's getting checked after this.
Chiefs are winning that game. For sure.
Absolutely.
There's some crazy.
Taylor Swift's going to be there. We're winning. I'm pretty sure we're undefeated.
Have we talked about that yet? Have we talked about what you think
Not
about?
Really.
Hey, it's great for tight ends, though.
Oh, huge for the tight end community, man.
Have you shot your shot? Or?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah?
Carrie Underwood, for sure.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. That would be so awesome.
Carrie Underwood's been in the... I've DM'd her.
Any responses yet?
No.
Still... Is it just like tight end has to be with a country music star? Or?
No, that was just... I was so confident that day. I have a lot of...
Yeah, like a good fit or something?
What did I say? I dropped the bar, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
I got to check and see.
Oh, my gosh. We're getting into Corn's DMs here. Let's see.
I sent it like pretty... not recently, but... It was because I think it was because I was talking to Bryce and I was like, if she ever answered this, it would be like the best day of my life.
Carrie Underwood, man.
Oh yeah, I said might want to hurry and start talking to me before he cheats because like you know the song, you know what I'm saying?
You hit her with one of her lyrics,
yes,
dog?
Duh.
Okay. Shoot, she hadn't read it or nothing.
Absolutely
yet?
not.
No,
but it's okay. She's married and I'm pretty sure she has a kid, but that ain't gonna stop me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well somehow we'll talk about football here for just one more quick
like,
second.
This hockey players like, come on, bro. Like I got good teeth. I'm young.
Yeah, how old's Carrie Underwood?
I don't know, probably like 37. Hey Siri, how old is Carrie Underwood? 40. Dang, she's 40.
She looks good for 40.
Oh, she looks great for 40.
So what do you think of Cam Skattebo punting the ball?
He low-key should, yeah, we should completely change the conversation. Low-key, he should win. He should be in the running for the Ray Guy Award. I ain't gonna lie. He drops dimes, bro.
Dude, did you know he could do that?
No.
Does he know that he can do that?
Was like, we're like, how do you know he punts the ball? He's like, have you not just gone in the backyard with your friends and punted to each other? I was like, yeah.
What kind of
like,
backyard do you have?
Like, we're like, bro, like we don't go back there just punt like balls all the time. But like, yeah, no, it kind of surprised me. Like, I was very impressed.
Is there anything that guy can't do?
Play Madden?
Oh, he's bad at Madden.
I wouldn't say he's bad. He just, he struggles. Like Trenton's little brother beat him the other day.
Damn. Wait, how old's Trenton's little brother?
14, I think.
Come on, Scat.
Yeah, but
What are you doing, dude?
I don't know. He's done. I'm trying to think I don't think there's anything he's not good at that I can't name off the top of my head.
You know where Scat belongs, like on an NFL team? There's two potential options here that he absolutely belongs on. That he belongs on for two very different reasons. One, the San Francisco 49ers. Because it is
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Well, he's in terms of he just reminds me of like Frank Gore. He reminds me of Frank Gore where he's got sneaky speed, but he's also, like Bo said, he brings his own block. Mm-hmm. Like he literally lowers his shoulder and fits what they do. And then also I think it would just be fun, but this is literally any skill player with the Miami Dolphins. I think would be just like a lot of fun to see.
Yeah,
what would happen there?
Christian McCaffrey actually hit him up after
his dad up.
Yeah, after one of the games. I think it might have been the SC game. It might have been the SC game. It hit him up and said like, "I love the way you play." Like
that's so awesome.
So cool. He posted on a story. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So
God damn.
Still waiting for Kelsey to text me. But it's okay. All right. Give me
all you gotta do is bag Carrie Underwood and then he will for sure.
Man.
Then there's a collab.
Would
then
you
they're having
rather
you on the
hear
pod.
from Travis Kelce or Carrie Underwood?
Ooh.
Honestly, Travis Kelce.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude. Really?
Dude, that's my dog.
If Travis, okay, this is a crazy question. Travis, like, you can have these two things. Either Carrie Underwood responds to your DM with like, oh, there's a little bit of a shot, or Travis Kelce hits you up to come on the podcast one time.
Travis Kelce, for sure.
Okay. I got you.
I'm going on that pod, and I'm having a great time.
Oh, absolutely.
And Jason's there. Man. Yeah, no, I'd go. I'd go podcast. Carrie Underwood, love you, but you can wait, hun. It's like, like when you gotta like, she gotta let her know she's up here.
Yeah.
But then like not like too high.
Yeah.
Because then like
she is Carrie Underwood, dog.
Yeah, I know, but like,
like the Sunday Night Football theme song, like that's her.
You know what I'm saying? Corn.
You're right. This is Corn. I'm Anthony Totri. Danielle's behind the Mac.
That could be my Mortal Kombat name.
Corn, just Corn,
and just have this hat.
Oh, I'm here for it.
It
has the D-backs on it.
Like an overalls and like a PHNX shirt under, and then one strap's done, and my weapon is like a
corn on the cob. Oh no, it's one of the farmer pitchforks.
Like a farmer pitchfork, and like
those finishes.
I wish you could create a character in Mortal Kombat 1.
God.
Saul, I would go stupid.
Guys, if you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX _Sun Devils. You can follow me on social at Anthony _Totri. You can follow this guy right here on Twitter at The Real J Conyers. Jalin, any final words to Sun Devil Nation before we get out of here?
Go Devils.
And
Mortal Cornbat.
Mortal Cornbat? That's amazing.
Mortal Cornbat.
That is amazing. Oh, I will ask one more thing. Just a reminder. The Arizona Diamondbacks are what?
I was going to say the F word, but my mom's watching. Come mad at me. A effing wagon.
And we'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.